What's up, guys? It's Benchez, and welcome to Jet Force Gemini. This is quite possibly one of my absolute favorite games ever made by Rareware. Let me tell you something. This game kind of came out of the blue, and I was never expecting to love this game as much as I did. This is definitely one of those games that when you see it, when you play it, it's not like any other Rareware game out there. And we're gonna go into this. We're gonna play it real quick, and we're just gonna be like 1-1-1-1-1. Okay, we're there. Good. And I'm gonna talk about this game a little bit because it's absolutely one of my favorites, man. And the only way I found out about this game was ever coming out. I don't know if you guys remember in an earlier video I was talking about this old promotional video cassette I got from Nintendo Power that was talking about two new games coming out for the N64. One of them was Donkey Kong 64 and the other one was this one, Jet Force Gemini. It was just one of those games that it was just from the golden age of Rareware, where they're just it seemed like Rareware could not have a genre of game that they could not just completely do something completely different that no one's ever seen before and just kind of just take that formula and just make it something incredible. And that's what they did with this game. And this game definitely went through a lot of changes when it originally was in development. When it was originally in development, this game was actually going to be called Star Twins, I believe. And Juno, which is the main character, the guy in the game, and Vila, the girl, their brother and sister. Originally, this game, they were supposed to be kids. But when the game was actually getting developed, they kind of had an issue with playing a game where you play as kids, where they're using guns, shooting aliens. So essentially what they ended up doing is they actually changed it a little bit. So they actually made them a lot older, so they could be not hyperly violent, but it felt a little bit better to have a game like this where shooting was a main factor of the game, but it wasn't to the point where it's just it's overbearing because they're kids. And it's just, yeah, man. This is just one of those type of genres where you have three main characters. You have Juno, you have Vela, and you have Lupus, the shooting adventure dog. What? It's so wacky, it's so out there, but good God, this game is so good. I can't even begin to tell you the hours upon hours I sunk into this game on the N64. It was crazy. Because you have so many things in this game that you have to do. One, you have to go through every area of the game as each character. Each character has their own area of a specific place that you go to. It's basically you go through the same areas each time as each character. But each area that you're in, although it being in the same area, it's different locations in that area. And when you start the game off, you start off as Juno. And what he has to do, basically, he has to get in his spaceship, look for his sister and his dog, and find out what the heck is going on here. Why did the aliens attacking? The main villain's name is Mizar. Why is he attacking? What is this all about? Why is he kidnapping this alien race called the Tribals? That's what the whole base of it is. And it's your typical evil genius type of deal. He wants to control the universe, and for some reason the Tribals are a big part of that. So the first thing you do, you land on the tribal planet, and then you're going to get a little bit of info on exactly what's going on, how this came to be, how this came to happen, all that good stuff. This game is surprisingly extremely deep. This was just like an experiment with Rareware. It was like, oh, let's try this new genre of game. Let's try. It's essentially a third-person shooter. It's a third-person shooter. So before your Gears of War, before your other third-person shooters, there was this one. And, okay. Welcome, Juno. We have been expecting you, and Vela and Lupus. Came charging through not too long ago. Feisty pair, aren't they? I am Magnus, Goldwood, Ambassador. Not that the Union's much use without the backups. The Tribals could not hope to feud off Mizar's raiders. You'll find the Tribal King just in the hut this way. I promised I'd send you to him once you have arrived. Follow the green door symbols to move forward, or the red ones will retire you 2 steps. But I have rambled on long enough. You better hurry if you're hoping to catch up with your teammates. So, alright. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to get introduced to the area. As you can see, and again, this was on the N64. And this was one of the games that did not use the expansion pack, because the expansion pack hadn't actually come out yet. Because during when this game came out, I think this game came out like right before DK64. So the expansion pack actually wasn't out yet. So, but I feel like even without the expansion pack, this game still managed to do a lot that the other games could not do.
Juno, thank you for coming. A dark day is upon us when King Jeff of the Tribals was powerless to save his own people. We can only trust the Jet Force Gemini to thwart Mizar's plans for domination. Tell you what, it gets a bit depressing, all this king business. Still, must keep a stiff upper lip if you could rescue as many Tribals as possible in between slaughtering drones. I'd be most grateful. Let me know if you see my brother, too. He's been missing for some time. I hope to return the favors later, but at the moment I can do a little except perhaps conjure up a time loop to replay the invasion.
Show me the invasion. This will basically give you a rundown of what happened. And the main thing he just mentioned about the Tribals. The Tribals are the little people that live on the planet. The thing is with them, why they're so important, because this game has a few different endings. If you want to get the 100% best possible ending for this game, you actually have to collect every single tribal in this game. And to some people that doesn't seem like a hard issue, but here's the thing. Since this is a shooter, you're going to have guns, you're going to have explosives, you're going to have all that stuff. If you're in an area with tribals in it, and you accidentally, I don't know, maybe pop a shot off too soon, your grenade's a little too close, or your explosion's a little too close to the tribals, your tribals, they bite the big one and they're gone. And you're thinking, oh, that's not a big deal. I can just go back and respawn them. No. No, you can't do that. Because this game made it very clear. If you kill the tribals in this game, they're gone for good. And you will not be able to bring them back unless you start your game 100% all over again. So I feel like that is where a good... Oh, you know he did! That's where a good chunk of the challenge of this game comes in. Because not only do you have to be cautious when it comes to finding the tribals, but it's also you have to be very, very defensive when you're fighting off Mizar's raiders. When you're in firefights, you can't really help, and if you're not careful, you're gonna lose some tribals, and you're not gonna get that perfect ending. So, it's very deep, it's very complex, and there's weapons. There's tons and tons of weapons in this game. Like it's got your typical shooter stuff. You got your machine guns, you got your rocket launchers, you got your shotguns, your grenades, your sniper rifles. It's got all that in a bag of chips, my friends. It's got all of that. So what we'll do, we'll just make it to the very end of this, and then we'll go from there. Don't be too hasty, Juno. Goldwood isn't the place for one you can't risk going in unprepared. Keep an eye on your pistol's charge gauge, as you'll need all the firepower you can muster. For a start, life force doors such as this one won't open until Mizar's troops have activated the area. You must destroy all the nearby enemies to progress. Learn to use the L trigger manually target. So basically he's telling you, hey, there are going to be areas where the only way you can get through is if you kill all the enemies. So there you go. And this is one of the cool things about this game, man. Like the shooting mechanic. The shooting mechanic is a little weird. The control scheme takes a lot of practice to get used to. But one of the things that was really cool about this is that it puts you like in a third person like aiming, where it would like make you kind of invisible, and it almost gave you like this near first person perspective that really kind of just pulled you into the game. It's like it gave you like the feeling of a first person perspective without actually fully taking you first person, and I really thought that was cool. And with these guys, if you need to load up on ammunition, you can kill them, they'll drop their guns, and you can also collect their heads for points. So there you go. Because you gotta get them points. Them points is always an important thing in the video games. It's a true story. But this is letting you know when you're out in the action field. You're gonna find life, you're gonna find ammo, you're gonna find enemies. What you do, how do you get through? You survive. Save the tribals. The tribals are important. You have Big Daddy Tribal, Big Mama Tribal, and Little Baby Tribal. Don't shoot them. Don't let them die, because if you do, you're screwed, son. You're screwed. So, and the other thing about this game, like, again, there's so much more I can gush about this game. The other thing about this game, the multiplayer. Dude, there's multiplayer in this, and it's really freaking good. Oh, hello. You tried to sneak up on me and shoot me, no? Well, there you go. Collect the head. Collect the guns. There we go. And there ain't no reloads in this either, son. This is basically, you got a full 100 bullet clip, and once it's out, you're out. Unless you find more bullets. Okay, there we go. Huh. I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Hello. There you go, see? There you go. You have a happy face. The big X basically means what you think it means. It means it's dead. So you don't want the X's next to your tribal faces. That is a guaranteed factoid right there, folks. Oh, he threw a grenade. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I see tribals right there. I see tribals. Okay, gotta get him. Gotta get him. Oh, no. Oh, dang, there was a tribal right behind me. I didn't even see. Whoo! Man, I'm glad I wasn't shooting that way. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. Alright, let's just keep a look around here. Make sure there's no other extra tribals that we may have missed. Up, there we go. He's not a tribal, but he needs to die. Thank ya. Thank ya. Alright, and here's the thing, the thing that this game does as well, backtracking. Sometimes it's annoying. Backtracking is sometimes pretty annoying, but this game gives you a reason to backtrack. Like when you discover new items or new weapons and stuff like that, there are certain areas you can't access unless you have a certain weapon. So there will be like doors that you can't get into because you need a certain explosive, or there's certain like enemies that you can't defeat because you don't have a certain weapon. So this game gives you lots of reasons, man. Lots of reasons to go back to certain areas. And I like that, man. I really admire that about this game. Like it's extremely complex and deep in many ways. But it's just like it doesn't over exaggerate that. Like this is one of those games, man. And I feel like because another thing, because you know when people do when they do like backlogs of when they talk about like old school Rare stuff, like this is another game, much like Conquer Live and Reloaded. Like I feel like people don't talk a lot about Jet Force Gemini, and this game was fantastic, man. It was really well received. It got good review scores and everything like that. But I feel like people just didn't refer to this game that much. Alright, save the tribals, save the tribals. Okay. And it makes me wonder, man. Is like, is it the fact that people don't talk about this game that much because it wasn't that good? Because that's not the case. This game was fantastic. This game was really good. But I just like, I feel like it's not as praised as, say, like Conker's Bad Fur Day or Diddy Kong Racing or Banjo-Kazooie or something like that. It's just like, I feel like this game is almost kind of on the means of like Blast Corps, like that kind of game. Because Blast Corps itself, that's a fun style, arcadey fun style game, but I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it that much, which is kind of a bummer because, in all honesty, those games are fun. And it's just like, I feel like those games just, they get praise because of just, you know, the credibility behind them. Because you didn't see like Blast Corps winning like Game of the Year awards and stuff like that, or Jet Force Gemini getting like best art direction and stuff like that. They were just generally fun games. That was pretty much the extent of it. Which is cool, which is fine, but I just feel like this game deserved a lot more credit than it was actually given. And I mean, that's my opinion, you know. Now, would I say that would I be lying if I said I didn't want them to possibly do a remake of this? Absolutely not. I would love, capital L, capital O, capital V, capital E, love them to do a remake of this. I would love a remake of this. Personally, with all like the space shooters out there, this one's kind of like long overdue, personally, in my opinion. It's just like, I feel like the appeal for it is there, but I feel like Jet Force Gemini doesn't have the credibility like some other space shooters that will go nameless. Halo. But, you know, I feel like that's like the main reason why. And it's kind of a downer, man. It really is. Because it's just, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where it's just like, I like this and I would like to see it come back. It's whether or not they want it to happen, you know? You can want something as much as anybody else does, but it's the fact of whether or not they want to make it happen. That's the real question. And as far as I can tell, I don't know what Rareware at this point now wants to do. I don't know if they want to resurrect old series, focus on Sea of Thieves and see where that's going to go. But at this point, I don't know. All I really want is, if not making a new one, at least re-releasing or remaking some of their classics, you know? At least give us a way to introduce it to a newer audience that may have not grown up with these games, you know? Because not everybody I know is going to be like, oh yeah, I totally grew up with Jet Force Gemini. I remember this game up to the T. The same thing with Banjo-Kazooie. The same thing with, you know, Diddy Kong Racing and everything like that. People will refer to Diddy Kong Racing. People will talk about it. But not everybody played it. Not everybody had an N64. Some people weren't even around when the N64 was made. But it's all there. But it's just, it makes you think, man. It really does. It makes you really think. I don't know. I want Rareware to do well. They have the credibility. They have the history behind them as a company. I know a lot of the original people aren't there anymore with the company, but that's not to say that it couldn't still happen, you know? Just because the original team isn't there anymore doesn't mean you can't get a group of people that still have the same kind of love for a franchise or a game series, that they could take what was already great, build on that, and make it their own, you know? I feel like they could do that still. If they're given the freedom and the being able to be as creatively open about it as they should be, I feel like that's a thing that could happen. But honestly, credibility and all that stuff, It doesn't work in this day and age to some people. It's about how much money you can make them. And that stuff makes me kind of sad, man. Because I just want, I don't know, I guess I want my childhood to be shared with the world, you know? I want the things that I loved and I was passionate about as a kid. I want that to be stuff for everybody else. I want to be able to say that I enjoyed this and now new people can enjoy it. Because I feel like that would be really cool. Oh, don't shoot the tribal. Okay, I need more bullets. I need more bullets. Ooh, bullets? Bullets? Okay, full pistol ammo. That's not exactly what I needed. I didn't need bullets for my pistola. I need bullets from a machine gun. Okay. Oh, boy. Alright. I need stuff for the pistola. Thank you very much. Alright, got another tribal. Alright, there should be 7 more. Oh, you know they did. And that's the thing too, man. This game had cheat codes. Now that I remember, now that I'm playing this, I remember now. This game also had cheat codes. And some of the cheat codes that you can put into this game, you could actually put it in. If you wanted to change the character models in the game back to the original kid models, you could actually do that. It looked kind of weird because they basically looked like characters with big head mode back in the, like those back old school like cheats back in the day. That's what they look like. But yeah, you had the ability to change the blood from like green to like rainbow blood if you wanted to, because apparently rainbow blood was a thing that people really liked. I'm not gonna lie, I liked the whole rainbow blood thing. I thought it was cute. Okay. Alright, pistola. Alright, got some machine gun ammo. We're good. We just gotta get to the spaceship, folks. We gotta get to the spaceship. God, this game is just, oh. I remember this so very, very, very well, man. Like, everything about it was like, I remember popping this in the N64. I remember, like, seeing how much fun it was. And I'm just like, dude. I remember getting lost in certain areas because I didn't know where to go. And I kept having to restart my game save because there would be a section that I would go into where I would accidentally kill a tribal. And I'm like, God dang it. Now I gotta start over. But, yeah, there were some points in this game where I'm not gonna lie, kind of raged a little bit on it. I'm not gonna lie, but the most important thing is I kept playing it, and that was the bare bones of it all. Like, I just wanted to make sure that I kept playing it, and that's what I did, man. I kept playing it. Nothing really kept me from not wanting to continue playing it. Like, any game is gonna have like those sections or segments where it's like it's frustrating, and all you want to do is quit. But then again, you get parts where it's just like, dude, it's just like it's a rush because it's like, God, it's so much fun. Whoa. Talk about dodging bullets. Oh man, I'm out of bullets. A lot of good that's gonna do me. I don't have the jetpack yet. Yeah, that's right. You get friggin' jetpacks in this game, and it's friggin' awesome. Huh. With 2 little nuggets of health left. 2 little nuggets. There we go. Get my nuggets back. More nuggets. Yeah, there we go. I think we're just about done with the course. Oh, there's the tribals. Please don't die. 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 Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Where are the rest of them? Where are the rest of them? Don't hide from me! Good. Ice this motherfucker. Look at you now. You ain't got a head. How you like me now, boy? Okay, so let me go ahead and grab some of this material. Okay, machine gun ammo. I like that. Alright, cool. We're good. Let's keep moving. It's just, that's the thing too, man. I was like remembering everything in this game. Remembering where everything was. Holy crap! Oh, didn't stand a chance. Sweet, machine gun ammo. Alright, I think we made it. Oh yeah, we did. I missed 3 tribal, but that's okay. It's alright, it's alright. We're not trying to do a full completion or anything like that. We're just trying to get to our spaceship and letting our journey, our spaceship exploration continue. But I think I'll go ahead and I'll call it here, guys. Because if I reminisce any more about this game, this video is probably going to be like a 4-hour video. But anyways, guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little dive into Jet Force Gemini for the Rareware Retrospective. And hopefully you guys will check this game out too. It's on the Xbox One with the Rare Replay. If you don't have that, you can always find an N64 copy of it. It's fairly cheap. I know you can find a copy of it for like 15 bucks, so... But it is really fun. I really like it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. And yeah, that'll do it. So, as always, guys, this was Jet Force Gemini. I've been Benchez. I love all your faces. I'll see you next time. See you later.